Hello, I'm joined by Martin Tyler after today's 2-1 win against Tooting Mitcham. Martin, two new players in the team today, Matt Patterson and Folo Oralianishi. Why don't you give us an introduction and a pronunciation of those guys?
Fowler.
Fowler.
Well, we got them. Matty Patterson is someone we've kept an eye on. He's been playing at Walton and Hersham. He's played at high level. I remember seeing him play at Woking quite a lot in the conference, and he's 27. He's been here before, actually. When he was 18, he had a spell on loan with Kingston, and trying to think who the manager might have been. Scotty Steele, I think, brought him here. Talented player, play off the front. We moved him wide. He put the cross in for the winning goal. It was a terrific cross, and a nice addition to the squad. For Fowler, we have to thank Sutton United, not for the first time this season, for allowing him to come and join us for a month. We have with Ramon McRae and Neil Jenkins as well. So just to give us a little bit of strength in terms of numbers, we've been using quite a number of young players at the back end of 2011, and it's not fair on them while the club's in this situation where we need points. We want to be looking up the table rather than down beneath us, but we again went into this game obviously aware that Tooting could make up some ground on us. So it wasn't the prettiest game of all time, but sometimes you've just got to tough it out, and if you come out on the right result, on the right end of the result, then it's worth all the effort, and the boys worked very hard today.
Folo got 2 assists, I think, and Stuart Duff popped up with the winner.
I'm very pleased for Stuart. He's another of the players that we've brought in from another club, from Hampton and Richmond. I've been driving him around a bit, actually, some of the away trips back in November and December, because he doesn't live too far away from me, and I've got to know him pretty well. He's very ambitious, very fit boy. He works at Crawley, actually, Crawley Football Club, and obviously takes part in training when he can, and he's probably a bit more of a full-time player than some of the others we've got. So delighted for him, and he's a finisher, and a big thing for the manager to take off Bobby Traynor, who's done so much for this football club, done so much for us as a management team as well. But there was an opportunity for Stuart, and he's gone and won us the game.
No, Gary McDonald today out suspended, but I thought the defence looked otherwise pretty strong. Apart from perhaps the first goal, the Tooting goal, what happened there?
Well, Rob Tolfrey's put up his hand and taken the blame, and he understands, and as goalkeepers know, you're either a hero or a villain. For a minute he was a villain, because he came for a ball that was wind assisted in the wrong way. It was going to dip on him, not carry on to him, so it wasn't his ball really. And we conceded a goal, but he takes it on the chin. He's won us matches and will continue to do so. Made us many brilliant saves, and great for Rob, because at the end we all went to him and said, well, look, when you do have a mess up, it's great when your teammates bail you out and score the 2 goals to win the game. So no problems with that. That's what happened. But you're absolutely right in what you say, that we did defend very well as a team, and particularly going in without Gary, and also without Ian Gale, who's been playing and doing a good job in front of the back four. Different sort of philosophy for this match, because we felt that we needed to be as attacking as possible to try to win it. And it wasn't a gung-ho victory, but it was a victory, and when we look back at the end of the season, this could be one of the most precious victories of all.
Not too much controversy today, but we did see one of those fabulous rare occasions of the awarding of a free kick from a back pass.
Yes. So it was a sort of sideways pass, wasn't it? But I felt it was back to the goalkeeper. I'd just seen it once, like you have as well, and obviously the referee thought that. I thought the officials were absolutely excellent today, and I'd like to give them praise as well. They controlled the match. The referee had I can't think of anything that was contentious, and you know what we're like on the bench. If there is anything contentious, we'll be the first to tell you. I don't think even the Tooting players disputed the back pass. We didn't make the most of that chance, but we did make the most of the moment that won us the game.
It's been a long break for Kays in a period which is traditionally busy for games. How's it been behind the scenes? How have you kept the training going over the festivities?
Another very good question, I have to say, because we have worked really hard. They've been in pretty much as regular. We were in Christmas Eve at 9 o'clock in the morning, and boys had to travel. Ian Gale, who lives in Kent, I think he was telling me, had to get a train at 6:15 in the morning or something, and they get there, and we've had a lot of help from Hinchley Wood School. I'd like to put on the record as well, and allowed us to use their facilities both outdoors and indoors. Our usual training ground at Kingston University is closed down for a few days over the Christmas period. So we found somewhere to go. I didn't think we were as sharp as maybe we would have been if we'd played a couple of games, but on the other hand, maybe the fact that we won the game in the last 15 minutes was that Tooting did play on Saturday, and this time we didn't.
Sure. You mentioned we want to be looking up the table rather than down. I think we're 9 points away from the playoffs, but only 11 from the bottom four as well. Is there still an achievable target of reaching the playoffs?
I think the target is to play Harrow and beat Harrow here at the weekend, which has now moved to Saturday, by the way. I hope everybody knows that and changed their plans. I've changed mine. Happily, it's worked all right with my work commitments. But I think that's all we can say. We've got to try and get a team ready to win back-to-back home games, which we don't do very often, and it's about time we did. There is a feeling in the camp that we do better on Saturdays than we do on Sundays, so the manager moved the game when it was we could see that it was available to do so, because AFC Wimbledon weren't playing, and so we'll hopefully be ready to go. We train on Thursday. Boys are in very good spirits because of the result, and we've had a few close games where it's not quite gone our way in the closing stages. We've ended up either drawing or losing, and today, just to get that right, it was joyous, but it was a relief as well. And I think fair result for Harbour. I think we deserve to win the game. I don't think Kenny Brown's the new Tooting manager, somebody I've commentated on many times, and I know the family because his dad was a great player for West Ham and a manager, of course, clubs like Norwich. So a big football family. They've got a good guy in charge at Tooting, and we wish them well. But at least we've pushed them a little bit further away, and hopefully we can get some more points next Saturday and move on into the new year. It's a nice New Year's, a wonderful time. I've had an addition to my family, a new baby girl. I am great Uncle Martin in this particular occasion. And that was 3:45 a.m. on New Year's Day, so it was a wonderful start for the Tylers to the new year, and to be able to. I then watched a fantastic game at Sunderland as well, where I nearly lost my voice at the end, knowing that my manager here at Kingstonian is a very avid Sunderland fan, and when I was shouting out the name of the Sunderland goal scorer, knowing that he was probably leaping off his sofa somewhere in Walton-on-Thames. And to win today, not bad, but like the year, there's a long way to go.
Obviously, you're doing the interview now, but Alan Dowson is back, and it seems to be in good spirits. How good is it to have him back running?
It's fantastic. I mean, he was, we didn't speak too much when he was off because we were told not to, and rightly so. He needed the break, but he was ready to come back, and I think. We've won a cup tie since he's come back. We won at Welling in the London Senior Cup, but he wanted to get his first league win of his return, and I think he probably felt a bit today like Steve Keane felt at Old Trafford on Saturday. It was a nice one to get, and great. We are here for Douse, and I know the fans are as well.
Great. Congratulations for today, and see you on Saturday.
Thank you, John.
Cheers.
Cheers.